Alright guys, so before actually let's just get right into it. So I think we should start with the offense. Obviously that was the most crazy part of this game. And in this game, let's start with the ramifications. If we didn't win this game, obviously I would set us back a whole lot, and it would probably ruin our playoff chances. The Raiders just won tonight against the Texans, so they're still in the race for their division, and God only whoever wins their matchup that's coming up between them two. The whole AFC West is just pretty much stacked right now. So if we didn't win this, we would have really fallen behind. So this game had a lot of. We're on the road in LA, tough place to win when you travel across the country like this. I know we've been up there since we went up to San Diego, obviously to get prepared. So we've been up there for almost 2 weeks now, or a week and a half. I can't remember. But regardless, it's a tough thing to go on the road across the country like that and win a game. It was especially with all this young talent, and especially with such a hurt football team. If Adam Gase keeps up what he's doing, the resources that he's had. Obviously we had Sam Young, who's a practice squad player, starting against one of the best defensive lines in the NFL. We had Anthony Steen, who once upon a time was a practice squad player. Now he's become a really good role player in this offense. We had did we have Craig Gubrick? Yeah, I think we had Craig Gubrick starting also. So he was in there. So we had John Jenkins was out, Cole Misi was out, Spencer Paysinger, Neville Hewitt stepping up. We had so many players. Spencer Paysinger is a special teams player. He is our third option when it comes to linebackers in terms of strings. This guy never gets to play, and he came in and had a fantastic game. So what Adam is doing without Rashard Jones, picking up Rambo off of the out of free agency, coming off the injury, doing all the moves that he's made. Obviously with Jordan Cameron down, Deion Sims was down before this. We haven't had any tight ends at all. The job he did there, the amount of injuries this team has had to overcome against really good football teams, is a testament to how good Adam Gase has been. The move we made to get him it's just been amazing. He's been more than I thought he was going to be. The job he's done, he's, in my opinion, and I'm not even being biased, I think a lot of people need to start recognizing he is the league. If he keeps up what he's doing, he is the coach of the year by far. I don't think he even comes close. Not only that, but changing a culture, coming down here, just totally changing a culture. So many things that he's done. It's insane. Picking a coaching staff as stellar as he has picked with Vance Joseph, Clyde Christensen. There's not enough you can say about those two guys. It's just. With the play calling, with the personnel match, everything this man does, with the respect of the players, his leadership. If he's not, the job he's done, hats off to him. He's come down here and totally changed everything, and it's amazing. So let's get into the offense. So the offense side of the football struggled for most of the game, almost literally the whole time until the last 5 minutes of the football game. And I was, some terrible. There was, I just raved about Adam Gase, but there was some, he's not perfect. Some terrible play calls. Gase has said in the past, and I think before the game, a big part of his offense, and if you watch the Broncos, a big part of their offense was screens. They screened the ball a lot because they had Demaryius Thomas, who's a great run after the catch guy. They had a lot of good players. There's tons of good players that are great run after the catch guys, great screen guys. Big part of his offense. Obviously we have that here with Jarvis and Devontae, both great run after the catch receivers. He said in the past, we are not good at executing screens, and boy did that show up on Sunday. We couldn't. Some of the screen calls were questionable. I understand that our offensive line was just decimated with injuries without, obviously Albert out, Tunsil going down, who started left tackle. Obviously Craig was starting the guard. Sam Young had to. So many things happened that when you're going against probably the best front four in the NFL, with Aaron Donald, Robert Quinn, Dominic Easley had an amazing game against us. With Michael Brockers, that's D-line scary, super scary. I understand the mindset when you're getting a 3rd and long and your offense has been really clicking all day, and all that has to come down with pass protection and run blocking. It was absolutely atrocious for the most part of the whole game until like the last 5 minutes. It was absolutely terrible. Jay couldn't hit a hole. He couldn't even have a chance to hit a hole. People were in the backfield every single play, whether that was Mark Barron, whether that was Aaron Donald, whether that was Robert Quinn, whether that was Dominic Easley, whether that was Michael Brockers. I mean, everybody had a shot at running Jay before he could even get to the line of scrimmage, for God's sake. So a lot of that had to do with why the offense was struggling so much. I mean, we couldn't go into a deep drop or we're going to get sacked, so we couldn't take shots downfield. That messed up the rhythm with the receivers and the quarterback. It forced us to press and make plays when they weren't there. I mean, that had a lot of. It really affected us. Obviously, with Mike, again, Mike Pouncey being out, I just totally forgot about that. Mike being out, another injury we had to overcome. Mike is a huge part of the offense. He calls out stuff. He calls out blitzes. He helps Tannehill. He helps get the calls across the whole offense. So that's, another big hit. So I understand what he was thinking. Pass protection is probably going to fail. It has been all game, especially in the 3rd and 13, backed up on your own goal. Well, not really backed up on your own goal line, but mostly on like the 10. I understand the call because I wouldn't have confidence in my offensive line going against that defense, but you have to take chances. The screen was basically the equivalent of a sack. We lost like 5 yards on that play, and or not 5 yards, but it was like 2 or 3 yards. So if anything, Ryan Tannehill, if he gets sacked, is going to use 2 or 3 yards because he runs around so much. I don't know. I just would have taken more chances there, especially in the situation we were in where we have to win this game to stay in the playoff hunt. I would have taken more chances, and I was kind of upset with some of the calls there with the screens. Very conservative, definitely putting the game in your defense's hands, counting on your receivers to make a spectacular play. And back to what I said, Adam said we were not a good screen team, and we aren't. And that's why I was so upset at some of the play calls. A lot of screens didn't really work all day, and he kept going with them. Some of them worked, and that, especially in the last 5 minutes of the game, Jarvis Landry had he made a great play. Kenny Stills actually blocked. There was a lot of stupid penalties, too, on the offensive side of the ball, which has been plaguing us, especially when we get into the red zone. So let's start there. So this was in the first half. We actually were moving the ball. I think this was one of our first possessions, if not our first or second. I can't remember. J.J. breaks a big run to the left sideline and almost scores a touchdown. Gets hit by Alec Ogletree down to the 23-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. He gets down to the 23. So we were, 20 yards away from a touchdown. 23 yards away from a touchdown. And then I think the next play, Juwan James gets called for a holding penalty, which backs us up 10 yards, which totally just ruins the drive and just decimates it. He said it himself, ruined the drive. When it happened, I was so upset. You can't do that. You can't get down in distance against a great front four, especially when your offensive line isn't healthy and you don't have 3 of your starters on it. It destroys you. Especially against probably the best. In terms of pass rushing, individually, these guys are insanely good. So you don't even have to bring pressure, and when you do, you don't have any kind of time. They take up so many blocks. So, obviously, dumb penalties like that. Ryan Tannehill barely missed Damian Williams because of pressure. Barely missed him for a first down. I think that was the first possession, if I'm not mistaken. He tried to float it to him because he was about to get hit, and he couldn't put a lot on. He could put it. He couldn't put enough on it directionally to get it to him. If you know what I mean. Like if he beamed it in there instead of lofting it, it probably would have been a first down. I imagine pressure had something to do with that. Right again, and like I said, it made us press. It made us try to do make throws when they weren't there. One to Devontae Parker. It would have taken a literal. I don't think he was pressured on this play, but it would have taken I guess if the throw it was a little, I don't know if it had to do with the rain or it could have been just Ryan sailed it. But he definitely was trying to make a play a couple times there, and that one was an interception. There was one that should have been an interception. He was just trying to make a throw that was not there. It was double covered. Just trying to make a play. When you're getting wrecked like you are that whole game, sometimes you just throw stuff up and pray to God you get it. And that happened a lot. So. It is what it is, but obviously that was on Ryan. Missing his 2 faults there was sailed on Devontae because he had Devontae early. I don't know why he didn't give it to him early. He made the cornerback literally fall down. A better throw there probably would have been a catch, but it would have been a tough catch to make. The guy was right on Devontae's back, but Devontae is Devontae, and he kind of overthrew it. I heard that at something, but just sailed on him. So again, I think he was trying to press a little bit. He was out of rhythm. It is what it is. I don't know why he the throw was what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and try to explain what happened on that play. I have no idea, but it was bad throw by Ryan there, and then throws a pick there. So that was like we were just getting our butt. The best way I can explain it was pass protection and run blocking was atrocious. I mean, it's probably the worst we've seen since the first 4 games. I mean, it was so bad. Like nobody. I mean, our Jay couldn't get to the line of scrimmage. Ryan had no time. It was crazy. There was one play. It was like he had less than a second and he got sacked. So terrible protection. That plagued the whole offense the whole way, and it was a miracle to what happened in that last 5. I mean, a serious miracle, guys, to what happened in that last 5 minutes of the game. Like, I don't know. I can't explain it because I don't know. But let's get to those last 5 minutes of the game. Man, the first drive. Let's start with the first drive. So we get it. I think this is. I don't know if I don't want to say this. They missed the field goal. I guess we got them a 3 and out. Maybe it's when they missed the field goal. I'm not sure, but we got it with like I want to say 5 minutes left. And Ryan Tannehill just drives down the field, and he just keeps hitting receiver after receiver after receiver. Obviously, a huge play of that was Jarvis Landry catching a screen, going up the sideline, tries to get out of bounds, and just gets walloped by, I can't remember, and obviously they throw the flag on that, and then they ags yards to the, but Ryan Tannehill, to get, like I said, to get your butt kicked, especially our offensive line, that whole game, we were getting destroyed on the offense side of the ball. We were getting physically intimidated. I mean, they were flying and hitting us, and we had no answer for them. To do what we did in that last 5 minutes of the game, and on that drive to score to give us a chance to win that game is amazing. The Ryan Tannehill, the confidence he has, the confidence the whole offense has that, yeah, we can still win this game is amazing. Like, the mental toughness that took is a real testament to how Adam Gase is and how he leads this football team. Obviously, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, no Dolphins team, none of the Joe Philbin teams would have done that. None of the teams. This takes a whole lot, and especially when you're injured like we were. And obviously, we drive down. Ryan Tannehill finds Jarvis Landry at the 5-yard line, and he obviously, this is getting with the fight that we have. The whole offensive line just pushes him into the end zone. I mean, what a play by our offense, what awareness by our offense to push him to the end zone, and you saw the emotion on our team. It was amazing. I was so hyped there, and obviously that made it a 7-10 game. And we'll get to the defense here in just a second, but obviously we get the ball back. Our defense, an amazing job all day. We get the ball back, and I'm still, like, at this point, I felt like we were going to drive down the field. And I haven't felt like that in a while. Like, I really felt like, I was like, you know what, I have so much confidence. I don't know what it was, but I just had the confidence that, yeah, we're going to drive down the field and either get the field goal to tie it or score the touchdown to win it. But it was a hard, we were getting our butts kicked by that defense the whole game. And the throws that Ryan made to get to that point to score, the one where he threw it, Devontae had to, go low to get it, that throw is the perfect throw in that situation. He throws that to the little too high, a little to the left. That's an interception by Tremaine Johnson, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. To throw to Tremaine Johnson's side, not only to throw to it, but to throw Devontae open. An amazing throw there, and then obviously Devontae Parker comes up huge in the last, few minutes of that game. There was one pass where it was like between, I think, the cornerback and the safety to Devontae for a first down. Just straight throwing dots out here. Ryan Tannehill being an absolute beast, Devontae Parker being an absolute beast. That connection was huge in the last 5 minutes of the game. Obviously, we get to, we run it with Jay. He runs it down, I want to say, to the 10, the 15, the 20-yard line. I can't remember right now. And Ryan takes the snap. He finds J.J. wide open in the flat. Being Jay, catches it like he caught a cannonball and almost rolled over and fell down. And then you're like, oh my god, there's like 30, 40 seconds left, I think, at this point. Ryan Tannehill takes the snap, one-on-one with Tremaine Johnson. They blitz him with Mark Barron, beautifully picked up by the offensive line and the running backs and the tight ends. Finds Devontae Parker with a beautiful route, beautiful timing by Ryan to see it, and throws it right on the money on one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, Tremaine Johnson, for the win, for the touchdown. Now, just listen to what I just said. Okay, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and Devontae Parker, in his second year, sets him up on a route and hit. Because to trust. Do you know the trust that, because the Rams left him one-on-one with Devontae Parker, right? So that alone, in my mind, is you're blitzing my quarterback. That's disrespectful. And then you leave him one-on-one with one of the most underrated weapons in the NFL, in Devontae Parker. That right there. And then obviously we take advantage of that and score the touchdown. The perseverance and the mental toughness of our offense, excuse me, to win that game is insane. I mean, we were talking about this earlier in the season, how we questioned the mental toughness, the will to win, the will to want to win. I mean, our quarterback, I don't think there's nobody who wants to win more than him. I mean, you saw it, and Jarvis Landry, there's nobody in the league who wants to win more than Jarvis Landry. And it's so fun as a fan to have those players on your team. And what else can you say? I mean, what a job. What a job by Adam Gase to call a timeout, using the last timeout to set up the perfect play. Obviously, Greg Williams, he drafted him, and Jeff Fisher have drafted an insanely good defense. To do that against that defense, one of the best in the NFL, I don't have the words to express. What a play by Ryan. I don't even, Ryan Tannehill's had probably his best season in terms of making plays when it matters. Super clutch. I could go on about this for 3 hours about our offense and what they did in the last 5 minutes of that game. So let's get to the defense, right? So the defense of us, obviously, Miami Dolphins. All we heard all week was Jared Goff. Oh my God, the savior is here. He's going to save this Rams offense. And I'm not saying that Jared Goff is a terrible quarterback, because he showed some pretty dang good traits in this game. But to hear that, and he's going to save this offense and everything else like that, and our defense to do what they did, and to be themselves, and to be consistent, I haven't seen that in so long. I mean, this team, the defense to do what they did, to obviously kept us in the game. They're the MVPs of this game. They get smashed in the mouth on the first drive or second drive. I think it was their first drive by Todd Gurley, who runs it in for a 20-something yard touchdown. After that, I was like, God, we can't let them score because their defense is so good. And then to just lock up for the rest of the game, okay? And not only that, but I'm pretty sure, I can't remember who got hurt. Somebody got hurt on the defensive side of the football. I just cannot remember who got hurt. I don't know if somebody got hurt. Oh, man, I can't remember. Anyway, the point of the matter is, what a game by Ndamukong Suh, okay? To stop because we left our corners. We were trying to stop Todd Gurley that whole game. There was a little gripes here and there. I think Joseph blitzed when he didn't need to, especially against a rookie quarterback. Kind of giving him easy reads. I don't know why we did that. Some of the slants. There was a play that he hit the tight end, I think, on a stick route, and he ran for a first down because of a blitz. Instead of dropping Kiko Alonso and doing what he does best, I hate when people blitz coverage linebackers. It makes no sense to me. I hate when, if you blitz Luke Kuechly, unless it's a 3rd and 15. I don't know why you're doing that. And same thing with Kiko. Don't blitz an amazing cover. You're losing something. Some blitzes were questionable, but those are nitpicks, because Vance Joseph called an amazing game. Cameron Wake played amazing. Andre Branch played amazing. There were some really, really questionable calls in this game. There was a few that didn't make any dang sense. I mean, some were head scratchers that I think were bad calls for sure. But our defense, man, not to keep us in this game and to not let the Rams put us away, and to hear all this nonsense about Jared Goff and how great he is and why he's the first overall pick and how he's going to save the Rams offense, and to not even care and make him look like a crapping 3rd round pick is amazing. Just a great. I mean, Tony Lippett has been playing lockdown on Tavon Austin. You didn't hear. I heard there was only one play Tavon Austin had, and he broke a tackle by Tony Lippett. But other than that, Tavon Austin, not a great route runner, but he uses his physical ability pretty dang well, and to shut him down is pretty dang amazing. And obviously Byron Maxwell had a pretty dang good game, so did Tony. Our safeties need to do a little bit better in terms of when running backs. I mean, I know Todd Gurley is Todd Gurley, and he's one of the best in the league, but Michael Thomas, you have to come out and not let him dip in, dip out, and score like that. You have to. I mean, we're missing Rashard Jones pretty bad, but our defense, one of the best defenses in the NFL. Andre Branch, I really cannot. What a surprise he's been. Jordan Phillips, Earl Mitchell, man. I've been a pretty hard critic on Earl Mitchell, and he's just proved me wrong this whole season. Vance Joseph, one of the best, if not my, I mean, obviously I'm biased, but top 3 defensive coordinator in this league. Okay, calls a great game. He's gonna be head coach one day, if not soon. Just overall an amazing game to go up to LA, beat the Rams, down 10 with 5 minutes to go, and to win that game. I mean, that's crazy, man. And I mean, all credit to Adam Gase, to do what he did with an injured team, to do what Vance is doing with an injured team, to keep everybody's spirit up, not to get down on themselves. Oh, we lost, losing Mike, losing BA, and to overcome that, not to get down on yourselves. It's just amazing in itself. So it's just amazing, man. I mean, the job that Adam did, you can't say enough. You cannot say enough about the job Adam has done, getting the staff that he got, putting the team in the positions to win that he has, doing it with the pieces that he has, with an extremely hurt team right now. If this team was 100%, we would be so much better than, I mean, just, our team is so hurt right now, and to do what he's doing with this team is amazing. You cannot say enough about this Miami Dolphins team. You cannot say enough about Ryan Tannehill. I don't think he's getting enough credit for what he's done in this 5-game win streak. He has made plays to win us football games. The pass to Kenny Stills, okay? An amazing play. The pass to Kenny, the plays he made against the Chargers, Melvin. I mean, you cannot say enough about what Ryan has done. You cannot say enough about what Adam has done. You cannot say enough about what Jay has done. You cannot say enough what Vance has done, what Adam has done to change the culture of the Miami Dolphins. It's been amazing to watch. I mean, it really has. So that is going to be it, guys. I am Skyx83, and I will see you guys in the next one.